background. Songket is the traditional Malay fabric. It has been made for hundreds of years in the Malay archipelago like India, China and Malay. It's woven using gold and silver thread. In the past, it was worn by royalty and noble people. Today, it's the symbol of Malay culture and heritage. Next. Location. Songket comes from the Nusantara region that in Malaysia. It is famous from Terengganu and Kelantan. The kain songket used in our study that we borrow from student PC. Next. Usage and function of kain songket. Songket is traditionally worn during wedding, festive celebration, official ceremony and cultural events. Besides being the traditional clothing, it embodies Malay heritage, creativity and craftsmanship. The woven pattern also demonstrates symmetry, repetition and the arrangement of geometric shape, like making songket looks like excellence. Example, how maternity can be found in the traditional art. And next, size. You can see this is our kain songket that has the size like 146 cm length and 104 cm width. Its overall is a rectangle. The repeated pattern that makes the kain songket look like excellent and beautiful that you can see.
Hi, Assalamualaikum and very good morning. My name is Anis Farisha binti Abdul Hamid and today I will present about the 2.1, which is geometrical shapes. We have found several geometrical shapes in our kain songket, and firstly is a parallelogram. What is a parallelogram that we found on our songket? A parallelogram is a four-sided polygon with two pairs of opposite sides that are parallel and equal. As you can see, this is our parallelogram, and this is have two opposite sides that are parallel. And you can see numerous parallelograms can be identified throughout the woven structure of the kain songket, and their slanted sides form quadrilateral that follow the properties of the parallelograms. Next, the geometrical shape is a rhombus, and rhombus is a special type of parallelogram with four equal sides. As you can see at the picture, and opposite sides are parallel and opposite angles are equal. And the rhombus or diamond is the most dominant geometrical shape in the central section of our kain songket. Next, the third is square, which is a square, a four-sided polygon with four equal sides and four right angles. And if the sum of the equal of square is 360 degrees, and several square shapes can be observed in the woven designs, and their regular shape give the fabric a neat and organized appearance. Next, the last geometrical shape that we can identify is the rectangle, which is a four-sided polygon with opposite sides equal and four right angles, and several rectangular shapes can be identified on the kain songket, and this rectangle helps define the overall woven structure and geometrical designs of the fabrics. Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Fatih Musharafana. Next, geometrical concept and measurements. Okay, first, this shape is parallelogram. A parallelogram has two pairs of opposite sides that are parallel and equal. Okay, for the length of 1780 0.85 cm square. The next shape is square. A square has 4 equal sides and 4 right angles. For the measurement, each side is 0.8 each side is 1.0 cm, and for the angle, each angle is 90 degrees. So the perimeter of this square is 4.0 cm, and for the area we use A square formula, and the area is 1.0 cm square. Next, lastly, this shape is a rectangle. A rectangle has opposite sides that are equal, and all interior angles are 90 degrees. So for the length, for 1 segment MN and 1 segment OP are 1.0 cm, while the length of 1 segment MO and 1 segment NB are 0.4 cm. So the perimeter of this rectangle is 2.8 cm, and for the area we use formula y times length, and we got 0.4 cm square. Alah lah tu nak ni balik. Next we go to the 2.3.1, which means transformation in motif. Okay. First we got the reflection. The transformation identified in the motif is reflection, and the decorative element inside the diamond motif show bilateral symmetry, as you can see, and where the left and right side are mirror image across a vertical line of symmetry, and both sides have the same shape, size and distance from the center, demonstrating the mathematical concept of reflection. And the transformation creates a balanced, symmetrical and visual appearing motif. Next we go to the 2.3.2, which is transformation in vectors. We have two, which is translation and enlargement. So we go to the translation first. The translation is the movement of a shape from one position to another without changing its size, shapes or orientation. On the plane socket, the same diamond motif is repeated horizontally and vertically, forming a continuous geometric pattern across the fabric. Next, lastly, enlargement. Enlargement can also be observed in the pattern. You can see at the next we go to the enlargement. Okay, enlargement can also